So the video we're about to watch is my goof, plain and simple. I have a tendency to fidget, and unfortunately, there is a bunch of pen clicking that you may or may not have noticed, depending who you are in the background throughout the video. It is what it is. I try to minimize it. If anybody knows ways to kind of remove those sounds, let me know. I can re-upload it at a later time, but unfortunately, there are some clicks. That's what's taken me a long time because I hate it, and I wanted it to go away, but I couldn't get it. So, yeah. Uh, Subsequent or not so videos after should not have that sound. I've learned my lesson, and yeah, hopefully this is still a kind of enjoyable watch for you. Outside of that, that yeah, there is no outside of that. Have a great day. Hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for sticking with me. Bye. Most basic questions. I know a lot of this about you, but let's just get it on video. So your introduction to the void. Do you remember what it was?
Daisy introduced me to the Void. We were longtime high school friends
Mm-hmm.
since like freshman year of high school,
Yeah.
and she had been in the Void for a couple of years at that point and introduced me to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you know what? I'm just
First
gonna do
game,
this a
Dead by
little order.
Daylight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I was gonna do this a little better order. So yeah, so your first game in the void, was it Dead by Daylight you played with them? Or was it because that Overwatch was later, right?
I think I joined in 2016,
Okay.
so they were probably pretty close within each other, but I
Yeah.
think that Dead by Daylight was first and
Hmm.
then Overwatch,
Yeah. And
but within the same year.
was Overwatch the one she bought for you, or did you get that
Yeah.
from them? Okay,
Yep,
that's what I
she bought
thought.
it for me.
Yeah. And as we know, if you don't remember, Liz was well, you still play May in Overwatch 2, right?
Hmm.
May, and I don't know if you do Farah as much these days, but
Sometimes.
sometimes. Okay. Farah, then support kind of stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. Um
Repping the Mercy shirt.
oh yeah, so yeah, you were talking about that with Raptor just about yeah. Do you not like it or
I do, but it's like there's these logo things here, but it's
oh
already
is it
peeling
yeah, what
off.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, I haven't even washed it yet. I could see maybe if I had like heat dried it or something, but
Yeah, that's a bad
you'll
review.
get a piece of my mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a bad review, or enough where hey, send me a replacement at this point because that's
Hmm.
bullshit. Yeah. Now, let's see. So, as far as games, so you are right now you play I think mostly on PC, almost exclusively your laptop,
Yes,
or
yeah,
okay. Did you
desktop.
ever? Oh, desktop. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got a
We
powerful
graduated.
desktop now. Okay. Did you ever do the console gaming like either when you were younger or nowadays or recently, I
Not
should say?
really, no. I got
Yeah.
a laptop when I was pretty young, so I had
Mhm.
been gaming on PCs for the majority of my time,
Oh, fancy,
and
fancy. Okay, okay.
yeah, never really had to invest in a console. My sister had a Wii, if that counts, but
Yeah. Yeah, with the Wii. Yeah, no one broke any TVs, hopefully.
yeah.
Um,
Daisy also bought me my first controller that I use to do my side scrolls. So.
oh, really? Nice. I didn't even know. Let's see. So with that, let's not anywho, for the PC games, I guess what were some of your earlier ones? Because you said you mostly have been in the PC game, so.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight and Overwatch were the first two games I played.
Mm-hmm.
Then getting into, I guess a lot of people in the Void when I joined played a lot of first person shooters, and Overwatch was really like the only experience I had had to that. I'm
Yeah.
not a big first
Oh,
person shooter
so
kind of.
Dead by Daylight was really one of your first PC. Okay, so you started a
Yeah,
little bit later. Okay.
aside from a bunch of like kiddo games, but those
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah. But usually,
yeah.
like a lot of people with the background of like I play games and stuff online and hang out in Discord, they've got the earlier start, I should say. Like
Yeah, like
you know,
Minecraft and
yeah,
all that stuff.
yeah.
I guess
No,
I did used to play World of Warcraft
okay,
um before Dead by Daylight
yeah.
probably.
So
Yeah.
that's the earlier one, and it's
Yeah.
not any
And I
bad.
played a little bit of Dota here and there too.
Okay, so just dabbling back then a little bit more. Yeah, because it's one of those things where luckily these days people come out of the mentality, games bad, kids and everything, and so it's like that's always the thing was for me. It was just like, hey, when you gonna stop playing those games? And it's like never. But nowadays, it's just like, yeah, you're a high functioning adult. I don't care what
Mhm.
you do, so that's
As long as
appreciated.
I make my money.
Exactly, pay your bills and handle your responsibilities. Nope, that's always
Mhm.
good. Do you have a favorite game right now?
Uh, hard to say. I have been playing Overwatch and Dead by Daylight for the longest, I guess I could say. I have the most hours in both of those. I
Hmm.
don't know if I can really say either of them are
Favorite?
that I like love them.
Yeah.
But
Oh gosh. Yeah, yeah, Liz has said some pretty nasty stuff to the killer. Not in voice chat, just to our group. Like we stream and well, if she has, that's on you. No, no, it's like we do a lot of Discord streams and we hear all our friends shit talk to people on the other side, and it's always funny because you're not one who you normally expect to because you keep relatively calm when we play Overwatch, which is surprising, but Dead by Daylight apparently
weirdness,
that's something else. Yeah, Dead by Daylight is something else for you. That's your essential, yeah, toxic game, but yeah.
Yeah. I guess
So,
I feel like I've earned it because I'm really good at the game, so I'm like, I know what I'm talking about.
mm,
Come on.
okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna give you too
But
much crap for that.
for the games that I like actually enjoy playing, are
Hmm.
they tend to be shorter, so like platformers, puzzle
Yeah.
games, things like that. Like I've recently gotten into Spiritfarer, which is really good.
Hmm.
I've played a lot of like Little Nightmares and Ori and the Blind Forest, both of
Yep.
those series. So those are the kinds of games that I really like.
And that was literally going to be the next question. So you said platformers. Because say what's your favorite? I guess you can call it genre, you can call it type, but I'd say you'd say platformers are kind of more your
Yep.
go-to puzzles.
Platformers, puzzles, side scrolls, yeah.
Okay. And Ori and the Blind Forest. No, Little Nightmares. Is that the one that had a part two that you did? Not recently, but within the
Yes.
last
Yep.
6 months or something. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. And now, how? So on average, what are they like 2 to 6 hours or something?
Yeah.
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 Just like
I
to
think it
keep
was
it.
only like 10 hours in total.
Oh, so like to keep them shorter or whatever.
Hmm.
Do you see yourself playing those games or enjoying those games more than the multiplayer games?
Yes.
Because
And I did put like I don't even know. I shouldn't even check, but I think 80 to 90 hours in Hogwarts Legacy
I was
too.
gonna
So
ask you about that one next. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you finish? Well, I don't know if that game can be finished, right? But
Yeah,
you
I
can chill.
did. I finished the story mode.
Okay.
Raptor and I finally got through the House Cup and everything at the end,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't 100%ed the game yet. There's some achievements that I'm missing. I guess if I really wanted to go back to it, I could, but
You good? You good?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you just kind of like you finish the stuff like you said you wanted to, so it's like, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of games are like that. Like you've gotten through the hardest parts of it, and
Hmm.
everything else. Well, for me, one of them was Skyrim. Is like everything else seems so mundane in comparison. You're like, this is boring. So
Yeah,
no,
because a lot of the achievements I have left are like exploration based, so I
ah,
know that I have to go all around to all these places and do all these things in order to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's case by that's preference thing. Okay,
Hmm.
all right. So right as of right now, Overwatch is probably your most played game, right? Or sorry, or Dead by Daylight, one of those two, correct?
Yeah, I've never added my hours in Overwatch. I don't think it tells you, right?
It used to, like, say hours played. I don't think it does anymore. But
Yeah, I
that
don't
doesn't
know.
count like times you sit in queue. But I count those because, like, damn it, like
They're
sitting in
taking
queue.
minutes off
Yeah,
my life, so
right. Yeah, especially when we used to get the 5 minute queues and stuff occasionally.
yeah.
Uh,
But for
oh,
recently, I would say Overwatch, yeah.
okay, that's fair. Okay, so, what draws you, I guess, to the puzzle slash platformer games? Just because, for example, I know some people just like the competitive nature of multiplayer games. For the platformers, is it more so the I don't know if it's relaxing or just the brain teaser aspect, or like what is it
Yeah,
for
I
you?
guess in a sense it is relaxing. I like the adventure style and being able to like try and solve my way out of something.
Yeah,
Um Maybe it's just my lack of experience with first person shooters, I guess. I don't know. It
no,
feels like repetitive to me in a sense.
the first
So,
person shooters.
yeah.
I mean, they are like that's ultimately a lot of the times when you're playing, PvP. It's you're just testing yourself against other people.
Hmm.
There's, I'm sure, psychological that a actual psychiatrist can dive into, but yeah, it's yeah, I get that because when you're playing, for me, when you're playing the platformers, it's typically new. Like I've revisited platformers before or
Hmm.
just games, but yeah, PvP is never ending. PvE, you can make it never ending, but there is
Yeah.
typically an end game what you're shooting for.
Hmm.
Okay, that's
And I
pretty
think
cool.
I feel the same way about hack and slash games too. I'm
Mhm.
just like I can't get behind the button mashing. Maybe again, it's like a lack of skill on my part, and my
Yeah.
fingers just aren't fast enough. But
Yeah, it's like it's just one of those things where your brain's kind of wired for one thing and then trying
Mhm.
another thing. You probably could if you put as much time into doing it as you like originally did the other, but it's like if it's
Yeah.
not for you, it's not for you. It's like no, I want this to be fun, not a chore,
Mhm.
essentially. So, you know.
Whatever time our group put into Rainbow Six Siege lives in my brain like permanently. But
Yeah,
I was
unfortunately.
never good. No matter how much time I put in, never good. I was just like, when do we get to play with the drones? Because that's what I'm here for.
Oh, well, yeah, trying to find where everybody's at. I found them. Yeah.
I rolled
No.
into the store and found them.
Yeah. No, Rainbow Six Siege was one of those where yeah, it was fun. That's an extremely competitive game, and I think that
Mhm.
I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like that was the aspect of it that wasn't as enjoyable for a large part of the group. Where Overwatch PvP and other games PvP, there's still fun aspects. There's cool, whatever you want to call it, uh, magical or just otherworldly aspects to it. Whereas
People have like abilities and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Exactly. Abilities. Whereas Rainbow Six Siege, you die and then you're sitting there watching everybody else for
Yeah.
creep around corners for the next 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I did enjoy it, but there were times I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna go grab a drink or something because like
Bye
there's
guys, I'll be
yeah,
back.
there is no respawn, there is no 30 seconds I'm back in. It's like nope, some rounds just
Mhm.
take a long time. So I get that 100%. So you are a person who like spends some time online, but you do tend to spend a lot of time, even more time, like IRL. Not like
Mhm.
just because I know a large part of our group, we're either online a lot of the times, or we used to be, or we are now. Like it kind of varies, it shifts a bit. But for you, you like traveling, correct? Or
Yes.
yeah. So I guess have any of the games you played inspired like or made you want to travel to the places you've gone or make you want to go somewhere?
That's a good question. I guess less so games, but more so things that I've watched.
Mhm.
Like The Void also introduced me to anime, and
Yeah.
I've watched like a massive amount of it with people in The Void, especially, not
Yeah.
just like solo.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so that's why I'm going to Japan later this year.
Okay, okay. You going to with your friend group, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
in October.
that's cool. How long you going
Yeah,
for?
10 days.
10 days. Okay, because I was
Mhm.
gonna say, so with Japan, do you have to kind of get accustomed to jet lag and all of that, or is it just
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
And do you take how much time do you take for that? Like typically.
So when recently went to Australia and New Zealand
Hmm.
in February and March, and the jet lag going there really wasn't that bad, but I think it was nicely set up for us. We kind of like landed and hit the ground running because
Yeah.
we landed at like 9 o'clock in the morning New
Okay.
Zealand time. So it was like we
So
had the
just
whole
keep
day ahead
going.
of us.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was
Okay.
like we were all like tuckered out by the end of the day and just fell asleep as soon as it was nighttime there.
Mhm.
But coming back was really hard. I was like in and out of sleep for all 20 hours of the flights.
Yeah.
And I landed and I was like, I don't even know like what day it is. Like
You
I
just
had 1.5 Mondays, so it was just too much for me.
yeah. That's a bit. Oh, that's right. Because you essentially resetting because they're ahead there, correct?
They're ahead. So
Yeah.
I flew from Australia to San Francisco,
Hmm.
which was going back, and then I flew from San Francisco to Boston, which is going forward. So that's how I had like 1.5,
Okay.
maybe almost
Uh,
2 Mondays.
I was gonna say, too many Mondays. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I don't hate Mondays as much as most people, but that's still too many. So did
yeah.
you take a couple days off before you went back to work? Then
One day.
just one?
Yeah, I needed more in
Have you
reality,
have
but
you learned your lesson for this
yeah,
next
I
one
did.
coming
Yeah.
up? You can,
Yes.
maybe take two, just to kind
Yeah.
of reacclimate. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a good idea. Okay.
Mhm.
So Japan is where you're going. Is there anything in Japan like specifically you're going for? Just kind of the culture that you see on in the anime and
The
stuff, or
food,
of
usually.
course the food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So because I know,
And
yeah,
maybe Disney if I have time,
do they have a
hopefully.
Disney in Japan?
They have Disney Tokyo.
Okay, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think they have a Universal Studios too, actually.
Yeah. Is there a food you're looking forward to trying? Like, I know, like, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, we're going to Japan because you've seen an anime because that's something you just want to do. It's just like one of those things where you see a culture in the anime and you're like, okay, I wonder how much of this is actually real and how much
Yeah.
of this I can experience and, not seem
Mhm.
like a fucking weeb while I'm there. And they're just like, they're always coming over here. You know what I mean? Like, all their
How they
cultures.
managed to make food look so delicious in every
Exactly.
goddamn anime.
Yeah, because I just feel like a lot of those other cultures are cool. Like at one point, I thought about going to Australia, and then I realized everything there can kill me, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
it's an exaggeration, of course, but still, you just see it, and I'm like,
It's really
maybe
not though, like,
is
out of
it?
the 10 most deadly creatures, 9 of them are in Australia,
See,
so
I'm not interested. I
there's
just
truth to that.
it, like they're wonderful people. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
but but how do you just live there and you like you know it's like anything could kill you like wildlife wise. It's here
Certain
too,
death is around the
but
corner.
yeah,
Everywhere.
exactly. Jokingly, of course. No, I've seen you've seen the photos or just the places that are shot in Australia, and it's really a beautiful place. So
Mhm.
one day
New
I'll go
Zealand
there.
too.
Yeah, so New Zealand is a place we plan to go someday, me and Jess. So it's like
Make sure you go to
looking for the.
Hobbiton.
Oh, so did you go to New Zealand too while you were there?
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that's exactly why we want to go. That's essentially Lord of the Rings. It's just because too you see it like in a lot of the movies. You're like, oh, okay, these are cool shots. This is
Mhm.
a beautiful place. Sure, I could explore the U.S. more, but I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can travel here anytime. But
Yeah.
no, that's pretty cool. Hobbiton, is that? So I guess how long were you guys there? Because was that like a day visit type thing or?
So my whole trip was 16 days. So we
Mhm.
were in New Zealand for a week and then Australia for a week.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a day of flying there and here.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that part. I'll just sleep
Yeah.
or try to sleep through a lot of it.
Mhm.
uh, let's see. So going next, we establish you traveling. I guess is Australia as of right now the most exotic place you visited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of traveling actually when I was in college too,
Okay.
because I studied abroad, so I lived in Germany for a year as
Hmm.
an undergrad, and traveled kind of like all around Europe while I was there. So I had already been to like 10 different countries before I
Oh shit.
graduated, which is
Okay, so
pretty
you're a
uncommon.
traveler, and like I said, you're a
Yeah, I
traveler,
am.
so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Okay. So as far as like, so we've got that you do stuff IRL outside. I guess you travel more so, and then
Hmm.
just spend time with family and friends. When it comes to jumping back into just media a bit more, do you see yourself do you enjoy like watching just shows a lot or movies, or you just kind of once in a while if something spikes your fancy? And I only
Yeah.
ask that because I feel some people like if they're like, hey, there's a show I'm interested in, they'll watch it, but most of the time they will have that, and not most of the time, some of the times they'll have that mentality of I don't really do TV, and
Hmm.
like I said, so
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of people that would prefer to like get online and play a game as opposed to like binge watching a show.
yeah.
I am a huge proponent of both. I've binged my fair share of shows and I watch a ton of movies too, so I'm
Okay.
all over Netflix all the time.
Okay. Like, what's your genres are you interested in? So, are you a horror movie watcher? Are you a just kind of all over the place, probably, or?
Yeah, kind of all over. I watch a lot of, I mean, lately it's been a lot of reality shows,
Mm,
coincidentally, but
yeah, no.
yeah.
Like,
But I
which
do like
ones?
thrillers and like mystery shows too.
Yeah,
Um, a lot of sci-fi stuff. I am kind of all over actually, yeah.
yeah, which is good. Like, it's just interest in other things. Just
Yeah.
I can't say I don't because I'll watch reality occasionally, but it's mostly like I'll watch the Hell's Kitchen. I used to do quite a
Mhm.
bit, but
Yep.
outside of that, every bit of reality TV is having something scripted or stage, which is fine. At this point, they're not really there for the realism as much. I feel, but
Mhm.
it's like any other show. Like
Sometimes the
everyone,
drama just seems so dramatic that it can't possibly be real.
right? But you're like, I'm
Yeah.
still interested.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I give reality a hard time, but it's not much different from a scripted show, except for sometimes a bit of the things that happen. It can be a bit harmful to I feel someone younger. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's like
Yep.
people who don't realize like this is all bullshitted and are not enjoying it for the aspect, but like not trying to go to it's just that's kind of how I see reality. Like if you as long as you know it's either staged or not what you should aspire to when it's people just
Oh
beating the
yeah.
shit out of each other, it's fun. Like yeah.
Yeah.
I don't watch reality. Some people don't watch anime, so I give people shit about it, but I don't really care.
Yeah. I
uh,
just like a little sprinkle of everything.
yeah, yeah. No, I've watched plenty. My cousin's like she was a big Keeping Up with the Kardashians kind of watcher,
Oh, yeah,
and
that I
I'd
never
catch
got into, but
yeah,
yeah.
and I'd catch it occasionally, and I'm like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah. Take, like, 2 minutes and you're
yeah,
like, "I'm questioning everything.
yeah, I'm like,
Everything I've ever done."
these people are some of the richest people in the world. Oh my gosh, yeah, we did
Yeah.
this, we did, but
That's what I was just talking with Raptor about, the
yeah,
the reality show that I've been watching recently, and I don't really watch a lot of reality, it's just that I've binged 5
mhm,
seasons of the show in the last, like, 2 weeks, so,
yeah, yeah,
it's called Selling Sunset, and it's, like, the most expensive real estate agents in probably the country selling the most expensive homes in the country in
mhm.
California, and all of their love life drama and work drama, yada, yada.
And sometimes just to see other people go through it, like, yeah,
Exactly.
soak it
I
in
like drama when
by
it's not
proxy.
mine.
Yeah, exactly. Soak it in by proxy. And so I tell people I love chaos when it's not within my life. I cause it elsewhere. Keep it away from me. But no.
Mhm.
So do you have a favorite show?
Mm. The first thing that comes to mind
Hmm.
is Avatar: The Last Airbender, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
That's probably my all-time favorite show,
Okay.
which is hard for me to say because I watched it so young and it's like nothing else has topped it in the last like 20 years, really.
Yeah.
But
No,
I could
that,
rewatch that show like 100 times.
and
So,
we might have to know for
mhm.
so depending on when this comes out, just so you guys know, like Avatar is either one that we have discussed on the podcast or we plan to, but it's gonna be a little tricky with our friend with Raptor, who I'm sure you guys see before. Not because his criticisms aren't valid, but because he, I guess, not even overthinks, but it is kind of like overthinks it. Like it's there are plot holes, and like everything is a plot hole to his opinion. But I'm like, is it though? It's just something they haven't told you specifically. And it's almost like he'd want like a full fucking breakdown of everything that is possible in the world and everything that isn't. And I'm like,
You
all
can
right,
find 100 questions about anything.
yeah, so it is fun at times watching it, but then when you're like, all right, I don't care anymore, and he's still like, no, I want you to tell me why. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I just want to talk about something
Just
else.
because it is.
Yeah, but it's great. It is great having discussions and watching stuff with him because it does make you think about some of the stuff. But yeah,
Now that
uh,
we'll be getting into Black Mirror again soon, so
Black
excited.
Mirror. Yeah, still got to watch Korra at some point. I, I honestly didn't finish it just because, like I said, the first few episodes to me, it was just me comparing it to Avatar, and it was
Mhm.
just like, this is not. But now I'd watch it just to mess with. Don't watch it just to mess with Demi, but but no.
I actually liked it, but I know I'm the minority.
Yeah, no. I'm sure it has an interesting story if I get past the first whatever part of the season.
Mhm.
But yeah. So let's see, because I have a couple more here for you.
Mhm.
Do. Oh, so when it comes to consuming media, whether it be gaming, watching stuff like shows, TV,
Mhm.
I guess, would you see yourself gravitating towards more when it's like, hey, I want to do something like just a spur of the moment? Because I know the games, like you said, Overwatch is, you're just playing with friends most of the time.
Mhm.
But if you're just like, hey, I came home and I just want to chill, is it your platformer games or is it watching a show with friends or?
A good question. I think if I don't see other people online and I'm
Mhm,
not in the mood to play one of my platformers, then I
mhm.
tend to go to the shows and movies.
Yeah,
Um, but if I see people on, then I'll play a game with them. Even
yeah.
if nobody's on, I might go for one of those single player platformers or
Mhm.
even play one while I'm in a channel with other people just for some
Yeah.
company.
And a lot of us do
So,
that. I think most of the time
yeah.
we'll just jump in and just it's essentially the company. It allows you to always hang out with friends if you choose to.
Mhm.
And then like that's the good thing about Discord. It's like, yeah, most people, you hang out with friends a lot of days of the week. Especially when you're, Demi's age, 15 to 20, I think she is somewhere in there. But no, and then just things get busy or you don't want to leave your house. You're like, I'm comfortable at home,
Yeah.
but you still would like to see your friends. And
Mhm.
I feel Discord has, and a bunch of other platforms like that, but has allowed that a lot more these days. And no, it's very enjoyable because I had like two or three friends I used to hang out with, IRL, and then it was mostly family because my family's massive, which I love
Mhm.
them, but it's like yeah, with Discord, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go hang in the void for a few hours most of my day.
Yeah.
Go.
It's nice to be able to like do your own thing, but like together.
Yeah, exactly. Because everyone's just shooting the shit. Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
where if you had went over someone's house, you can't either play that or watch that.
Yeah.
While you're trying to interact,
You
and
have to
that's
like
not.
agree on what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not taking away. Like you absolutely should still do stuff IRL where you're doing stuff with people, but I just feel it provides a lot. So no,
Hmm.
I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty. So you're saying you're. I think the other one I have for you. Uh, oh, so music. You know, I guess what kind of music do you typically listen to? If so, because some people don't listen. Some people are more. I like listening to podcasts or something. I know Sakipa rather listen to a video essay than listen to music most of the time. So,
I don't think I'm definitely not a video essay kind of person.
mm-hmm,
I do like podcasts, but I'm actually like not that big on music.
mm-hmm.
I had this conversation recently with a coworker because he was just absolutely astounded that I started a sentence by saying, "I heard this on the radio the other day." And he was like, "You still listen to the radio?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes." Like
Oh,
I don't use
I
Spotify
was gonna say, yeah,
or
because most people have their playlist that they throw on when they get in
yeah.
the car, and you're just like, nope,
And
just
I do,
radio.
like, I have, I use Apple Music
Okay.
to download music if I want to listen to, like, my own music, but
Mm-hmm.
I use that if I'm, like, in the gym and have headphones in or if I'm, like, at work and don't need to focus super hard on something.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm not the type of person that's like, "Oh, I just wanna, like, have some music on right now." And I don't know why, it's just, like, not ingrained in me.
No, and that's well, not understandable. It's weird, but to
Okay,
each
yeah,
their
I know.
own. No, I get that. Most of the time when I listen to music these days, it's in the gym or when I'm playing a game and no one's on, or I'm just playing a game and I'm not, feeling being in the channel at the moment. I'll play something and then either watch something on my other screen or listen to something. So I
Yeah.
get that. Some people are just like, music's more of a passive thing, background
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I tend to just listen to the radio while I'm in the car driving to or back from work. I like the radio show that I listen to in the morning, so
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
funny and talk about ridiculous things.
Okay. Well, you mentioned, so that's the only reason I'm bringing it up because I wasn't going to originally, but you mentioned the gym. So are you
Mm.
still going to the gym these days, or are you trying to get back into it?
I am. I was up until a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had surgery
Mm-hmm.
on Friday before Memorial Day, so I will be getting back into it. I was
Nice.
told that I couldn't, so
Oh, you have
following
to wait.
rules.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's fair. No,
Yeah.
no,
But I
because
was up until I had surgery, so yeah.
okay, yeah, because I know when you switched your job originally, for a couple weeks you were like, didn't
Hmm.
go, and then it's just always that kick to get back in there. It's kind of
Yes.
going through right now because yeah, I think I missed 2 weeks when we were doing the patio just because I was like, I'm gonna be worn out this week. I'm not gonna go. That was the week before last, and then this
Mhm.
last week, like I still find it hard to close my hands. Just the amount of like hammering we did with the concrete trying to dig it up. But yeah, so no, that's cool. Just
Yep.
like I said,
We'll get
as,
there.
as you see, Liz does it all. She travels, works out, and still finds time for friends and games. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I try.
All right. Let's see, because we're coming to the end here, but so as I already asked you, because you don't own any other systems, like your
Mhm.
sister owned the Wii, and that was kind of about it, right? At the
The
time,
Game Boy, does that count?
you have a Game Boy,
I do. I
like
should have brought it out, which is so
oh
small.
gosh, like
Yeah, I have a Game Boy Advance. I can get it. It's like right here.
oh gosh, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Okay,
it's
I don't
blue.
think I
I love
have.
it.
I shouldn't talk. I have like an old Sega somewhere, but I didn't think anyone still. Those are a little bit more rare to find.
Hmm.
Okay. These ones are random. Well, actually, no. Wait for a second for these. Stuff like the, I guess, MCU and then DC kind of movies. The
Hmm.
shared worlds or just any shared world movie. What do you think about those? Just like overview. Like, enjoy them? No.
I do. I think I tend to follow the MCU movies more. I
Mm,
guess just because they have like a bigger audience. But I'm
mm.
not the
And a
kind of
coherent
person that
storyline.
has like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
won't go there.
I did. Yeah.
Um, But I'm not the type to have, like, animosity. I'm not like, "Oh, MCU, not DC," kinda thing, like, that's not
Yeah.
me. I really don't.
No.
If it's a good movie, I'll watch it.
Okay.
So,
No, that's fair. And like I bring it up because, like I said, this was more of a hey, this is what this person enjoys kind of
mhm.
interview, and that's to the point of yeah, you do watch those at least,
Yep.
impact. If, yeah. Do you
Pretty much
follow?
caught up, I think.
I would
I
say,
think
do you
the only
follow the shows too?
Yeah, the only show I haven't watched was Hawkeye,
Hmm.
which I guess isn't pertinent to, like, any movies that are coming out right now,
Yeah, poor
and
Hawkeye.
I know. And the only movie I haven't seen is the new Guardians, but I'll get there.
Yeah, that's I've watched them less and less in the theaters. Like I
Mhm.
still like following it, but the shows like I'll go into this more when we do have it, but it just became more of a chore. So I just was like, yeah, I'll watch it
Yeah.
casually at my own pace. And I
You have
think,
to watch these 10 episodes before
yeah,
you can watch these next 2
yeah,
movies that we just released.
and I think
Good luck.
that's yeah, we're unfortunately where they're losing some of their audience, and that's
Mhm.
fine. Like maybe it's not for me anymore. So I was like, yeah, my the first saga or whatever you want to call it wrapped up. So I'm like, cool. I've seen what I need to. I'll watch what I want to now going forward. But no,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, and DC, like you said, you didn't really follow that much. Maybe
Not
you've seen the
really.
Batman. That's
I remember
unfortunate.
I saw Man of Steel, and that was a good movie.
Mm.
I did see Robert Pattinson's,
Did
Batman.
you?
Yeah, which I
Okay.
thought was actually really good. I mean,
Okay.
incredibly long, but
I should
really good.
probably give him a chance. I'll watch it
Yeah,
eventually.
you should.
It's it's the Twilight, man. It's just like, dude, you went
I
from
know.
being the vampire to literal Batman. No, he gets a bad rap, but I've heard nothing but good things about his actual acting, and
Mhm.
I don't have actual animosity towards Robert Pattinson.
It's been
It's
only good
yeah,
movies, you know?
yeah. It's just a meme at this point. Like like oh fuck Twilight. I don't fucking care. I've watched
I'm
all of
sure he
them.
regrets it too, so
Yeah, like so it gave him the star power to be where he's at, and so
yeah.
he probably appreciates that. But the fact that what it's turned, what everyone sees him as when they see him in a movie, it's unfortunate. Because no, dude seems like a pretty decent actor, or probably a great actor. But I saw the Twilight movies, and they just put me off to like all the people in those movies. I was like, because my one of my goddaughters made me watch. She's like, "What?" No, it was my niece. Yeah, she's like, "You haven't seen any of them?" And I was forced to watch three of them in a row at the time, and I
Next time
was,
you just gotta pretend. Be like,
yeah,
"Yeah, I'm Team Edward,"
I know now. Yeah, I fucking know now. Never again. That was kind of brutal. Yeah, no. So that's good to know that he not even redeemed himself. Like, no, he's not like he's ever gonna see this. But I'm not trying to shit on the dude just because I didn't like
Mhm.
something he was in. It's whatever.
I mean, the same with poor Anna Kendrick. I love her as an actress, but she
Yeah.
was also in those movies, and
Oh, oh my gosh, she was.
yeah.
Yeah, she was the. Oh,
She has such funny things to say about her role in those movies too.
does
She's
she?
like, "I have never done so little in my life."
But she got a check for it. So yeah, I
Yep.
mean, it again. It comes down. It's what people want to see. People probably would give me shit for watching all the MCU movies
Mhm,
or other stuff. So I think it's just how we interact. It's little grief here and there.
mhm.
If you're really that dumb that you're gonna friggin' go grief a person IRL because of a movie role, you kind of need help. If
You
that
need a
makes it.
hobby.
Yeah, you need a hobby. Unless it's something like fucking what was it? Goddamn cuties. Did you know what that one was?
I don't think so.
Good, don't. And anyone watching this, don't look it up. But
Okay.
it's the summary is it was like this. It was supposed to be about pageants, I think, like little girls in pageants. But unfortunately, they were. It's gross. Maybe I'll tell you later because they were just over
Okay.
sexualizing them, and then there were little kids twerking, and I was like, well, never even opening that because you're on a list as soon as you fucking do,
Yep.
as well you should be. But a lot of people, yeah, stuff like
That's
that.
on
I'm
the long
like,
list, yeah,
yeah,
of
so
things that I don't wanna see.
yeah, you can hate on that. That was my long roundabout point to that. You can shit on people for being in that. But anyway, a couple quick fire questions here. They're really stupid, but it's a this or that kind of thing. So we'll do that.
Okay.
And you can say neither because I don't have a bunch of them. I think I just wrote six at the end here. Oh, a couple more than
Okay.
six, but all right. So ice cream, vanilla or strawberry?
Strawberry.
Okay. When it comes to movies, we kind of answered this one, but Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Okay. Would you rather do a road trip with friends or air travel to a destination?
Air travel.
Okay, okay. Wings versus boneless wings.
Ooh. Oh, this is gonna get me so much controversy. Boneless.
Okay. Yeah,
I know
this
the
is
bone-in
over.
have more
This is
flavor. I
no,
know. I know.
no. I can't be too shit for it. I'm like, just call them chicken nuggets and I'd be fine. Oh no. So don't know. I know you've had some when you're out with friends on occasion, but I don't know what kind of drink you are. But are you like a vodka or tequila person?
Oh, tequila.
Tequila. Okay.
Yeah, I love
Uh.
a good margarita.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So if you were had so second one for that, would it be wine or seltzer for you? If either.
Neither.
Okay, that's
Neither.
fair.
Cocktails.
Oh, so you're more okay. That's fair, fair, fair. Let's see. Like I said, this is dumb. Flat water versus seltzer water.
Flat.
Flat water. You're not as
I don't need bubbles in my water. I'm good.
ah. That's sad. That's disappointing. No.
Yeah, and it's so common everywhere. Like especially in Europe when I lived there,
Yeah.
they like still water is less common than
Yeah.
bubbly water is. People
Awesome.
walk around with bottles of just like seltzer water. That's what they sell in like plastic bottles at the grocery store.
Oh,
So
really?
when I lived in Germany and I went to a water fountain and it was sparkling water, I was like,
Did you say at a
"What?"
fountain?
Yeah, they have sparkling water fountains.
Why am I
Yeah.
still here? I love you, America, but what? Well, yeah,
Yeah.
people would destroy it. That's why they don't have it.
In Paris, they have both. You can go to a water fountain and they have a still and sparkling at the fountain. And their water in Paris is free. The like public water.
Catch up, America.
I know, right?
Okay. Were you a hiker or would you go prefer a casual walk?
Mm, I could be down for a hike. Yeah.
Okay.
If I pack enough snacks. Yeah.
Okay. Enough snacks. Okay. All right. And then last one. This one kind of, but PC versus console, or just a preference.
Easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We won't do the master race thing, but no, that's fair. Like some
Yeah.
people still
I
have
said it in
consoles
my
and
head,
stuff.
so
Yeah, it's fair. That's fine. No, but that's kind of all I had this time. Like I said, hopefully that's a small little kind of intro to who you are and the things you like, just in case there's any question. Because I feel like when we talk, we do cover a lot of what is our background in it. But just figured if anyone wanted to get to know people, they can kind of look to these. But
I'm
thank
not
you
on
so.
social media, so you can't come for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Liz is one of I think two or three people in the group who don't really do social media. Like the
Yeah.
yeah, good for you.
Guess
Good
if
for
you
you.
really want to add me on Facebook to
Yeah.
come
It's
at me, but
it's all yeah. Good for you. Like don't do it.
I feel like my life's better for it, honestly.
It really is. Trust me. It's not everything it's cracked up to be. It's just
Hmm.
yeah, it's not.
I still have friends that are surprised to this day. They're like, "You don't have Instagram?" And I'm like, Do I need it?" Like,
No, you don't. Like that's the thing. You can share pictures on Facebook if you really need it, or with the people
yeah,
that you kind of want to. Like here, send it. I think your biggest social media is probably Discord right now. So because we
yeah,
we share
honestly.
stuff there at the void. But
Or
yeah,
Snapchat, I guess. I use that for sending pictures when I travel.
okay, yeah. So a
Yeah,
couple of them. That's cool. No,
yeah.
but like I said, thank you so much for sitting on to do this.
Thanks for
You
having me.
are, yeah, no, I appreciate it. I think you are, yeah, you're the first essentially. So we'll see how many more people we can get over time. And there's no real schedule for these to be released. I still have to find time to go through it, make sure that the audio is fine, which it probably is. And then what'll happen is I will just kind of, like I said, sent the message. I'll kind of do a bunch of you as far as interviews and just release them, sporadically.